Good morning. Hi. I know we missed last week, but here we are. And how are you doing? I'm just going to fix this really quick. How are you guys doing? We are now, what is it, February 15th? Happy late Valentine's Day, right? Belated Valentine's Day. It is February 15th. I hope you guys had a great day yesterday, but we are now like right in the middle of February. Oh my goodness. It's only one more week before, the next week we're entering into March. I don't know what's going on, but it's flying. It is flying. And it's cool. It's good, but it's just going really fast. But how is it going for you? How are things progressing, right? We are, I told you, halfway through. So what's it looking like? What are we feeling like? How is the growth? Check in with yourself. Check in with yourself. But guys, I am almost to the finish line with this. With this. Well, I'm close, right? So we're nearing 30 weeks. So what I am, and I was struggling with this of whether I was going to be continuing with our lives on Wednesday mornings or whether I was going to do something a little bit different, of where I'm still doing something every week, but it is just pre-recorded. And um, what it seems like it's coming to is that this will probably be the last live that I do for now, because I just don't know how the schedule is going to be. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know, when the baby comes. I don't know when the baby is going to come, first of all. And then I don't know when the baby comes, how my schedule is going to be, how her sleeping schedule is going to be. And I'm already to the point where I'm not getting sleep. I'm having a hard time sleeping at night. So, just to keep things consistent and to still show up in the manner that I want to show up, I believe that having it recorded and me just releasing it every week is going to be better. And it's going to be more consistent than me saying that I'm going to show up every week at 6 o'clock in the morning with a newborn that may not go back to go to sleep. Because my last one, she didn't sleep at all at night, and it was so painful doing these and waking up, and I just felt like I just was not there, and that's not what I want. That's not what I want. So this will be the last live for now. I may come back after we get a schedule or a routine down, and yeah, but I'll let you guys know. So, what this is going to be, I guess, moving forward, especially with recorded, what I really want to focus on, and what I've been focusing on, guys, is that is human potential, our potential. We aren't using it all. It's clear. Most people that we walk and we meet in life, we're not using everything that we have, right? And I don't want that to be the case anymore. I don't want that to be the case. And one thing that I want to really stress is the fact that if there is anything in our lives that we need to control, anything, it's this. It's our minds. We are walking around on autopilot. We are just doing just for the sake of doing. We're gravitating towards and taking the culture of hustling and grinding, even if it doesn't resonate with us. We're chasing things that, if you really thought about it, it doesn't mean that much to you, or that's not the whole entire picture. We're zeroing in on what the majority of our culture says that we need, says that signals success. And we haven't even made our own definition of success. We haven't really recognized what it is that would bring us the most fulfillment and joy. And so I'm just tired of us going through life like that. We try to control everything outside of us, our situation, our parents, our spouses, our kids, our boss, our coworkers, everybody else. But the main person and the main thing that we should be paying attention to and focusing on and really honing in on and trying to mold and shape and control is just going rampant. We're allowing whatever thoughts to penetrate our mind, to come in. We are doing whatever it is that we're doing, not even questioning what it is that we're doing and why we're doing it. We're just moving. This isn't how we tap into the true power that we hold. So these sessions, these times that I'm posting, most likely are going to be surrounding that. And this is no different than what I'm talking about or what I've been talking about for the past year and a half now. It's been a while that we've been doing this, but it's no different from what we've been talking about before. But I just wanted to clarify that of just why I am doing this and why I'm here and what you can expect. So, with that said, we are going to talk about resistance. Okay. And that's a topic that I talk about a lot, but it's because it's so sneaky. It comes up and it shows up in places that you may not even you may not even understand, you may not even see, but you know that there's a block. You know that there's something that's keeping you from really becoming who it is that you want to become or achieving the things that you really want to achieve. There's something there, and I don't know what it is. And sometimes we're thinking that, okay, that thing is me. I'm the person. I need to work harder. I need to do more. I need to, whatever it is. A lot of times we go to the physical standpoint of things, of what we can do exterior of us to be able to get and get out of and release that block when the block is really us and it's internal. That is resistance. That is resistance. And so it becomes hard to identify it when you don't really know what it is, but I know that you feel it. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. I know that not last week, because we didn't meet last week, the week before last, we spoke about resistance. Um, and just as it pertains to that subject. But this time we are going to speak about resistance in acting as if. So we have heard the phrase, and the phrases, the multiple phrases is in at like almost every personal development book that you can possibly pick up and read, any podcast that you've listened to, whatever it may be, that whatever it is that you want, then you want to act as if that thing has already happened, has already occurred right now in the present, even though it has not happened, right? And and I I want to preface this because in some instances that does work. It does work for some people, but I do know others who have tried that, and I'm trying to tell myself, let's take for example, I want to become a millionaire, right? And so I'm telling myself, You're a millionaire. You're a millionaire. You have so much money. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. You're already there." So I'm picturing my mind and I'm telling myself this. But sometimes when you tell yourself something that isn't necessarily true in your physical reality, it's not something that you see, it can cause resistance. It can be where I'm telling myself that, but my heart, my soul, my mind is like, girl, no, you're not. You don't have $1 million in your bank account. You are not a millionaire yet. Not yet. And that is doing this. So, in order to, I guess, kind of avoid that, what we really want to do, and if you see or if you feel that type of resistance when we're trying to go big, because that's what it is I'm jumping from here, my current reality, to all the way up here of where I'm a millionaire. I've already reached this point. Instead of me telling myself I'm a millionaire, this is what it is, even though my physical eyes cannot see that and they're disagreeing with it every time I say it. If you're starting to feel some type of resistance when we're saying those things to ourselves and we're not really believing it, really understanding it and taking it in, then I want you to bring it down a little bit. It doesn't have to be where you're telling yourself you are that person when right now you aren't. It can be where now, okay, maybe I'm not going to tell myself that I'm a millionaire when I'm not, but what I can do is evaluate, how would I act if I was a millionaire? How would I show up on a daily basis if I were a millionaire? How would I do my work? How would I show up at work? How would I handle my work? How would I handle my family? How would I handle my time? How would I handle situations and obstacles and trials that come my way if I had $1 million or millions of dollars? How would that person act in good morning and in that time, in those times? And so I can take that, and what I can do is I can apply that to my life without telling myself, I'm a millionaire. You're a millionaire. You're a millionaire. You're a millionaire. You don't have to do that. It's like, okay, no. If I had $1 million or if I had millions of dollars, you know what? This situation wouldn't bother me as much because I know that I am going to be okay. But that is true because you are going to be okay. If it's a financial hit that you're taking, look, I am viewing it through those millionaire eyes. I can take the mindset and I can now adopt that. So that's an easier way to release resistance, and then two, be in that mind frame so that I am now adopting what it is that I want. So when I'm in the mind frame of what it is that I want, I am making it easier for me to attract that thing, for that thing to come to me, because at this point right now, I am living as if this thing has already happened without having to tell myself this thing is happening, or I have already done that. If I'm looking for a spouse, I don't have to sit there and tell myself, well, you're married, Christina. You're married. You're married and you have the best spouse ever. Oh my goodness. Like, yes, you do. No, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. If that doesn't resonate with me, if that doesn't resonate with you, you do not have to do that. But what I can do is that, okay, how would Christina act if she had the spouse, or if she knew that that spouse was already handpicked out for her? If she knew that that spouse was on her way to her, do you think that I would be tripping about these dates that aren't going right, or the people that I'm dating that seeming to work out? What it's going to be is that I'm going to take that mindset that I already know that this person is out there. This person is on his way to me. So guess what? If this date did not work, then move out the way for the person who I already know is out there for me. I'm not getting caught up in the small things. I'm not getting caught up in these in trying to figure out, oh my gosh, well, this didn't work out. I thought this person was the one. Oh my goodness, is it ever going to happen? Of where now I'm questioning and I'm doubting the path that I'm on. No, I've adopted that mentality that I know it is going to happen. It has already happened, right? It just hasn't happened yet in my physical reality. So I'm not telling myself that I'm married, but I am telling myself that that person is on his way. That person is coming. That financial abundance is coming. So that is how we can again release the resistance, because at that point when we're adopting that mindset, or we're training ourselves to be able to adopt that mindset, it is where we're now in a state of enjoyment. And y'all know I talk about this a lot, that we really need to understand that because it's so critical for us to enjoy the process, enjoy where we are, enjoy the journey. Because as we're doing that, and as we're stepping into that enjoyment, and as we're stepping into just having fun in the process, we are opening ourselves up for what God has for us in store. I mean, God has in store for us. There we go. We're opening ourselves up to be able to receive it rather than pushing it away. Because you've got to think in that instance of the spouse, right? And I'm worrying every single time things aren't going right. If I'm dating someone and it falls through, if this person ghosts me, if what I thought was going to work, it doesn't work, then I'm getting caught up in this space. And sometimes I'm trying to force something that is not supposed to happen. And my focus is here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why is this not working out? What did I do? Oh, I thought he was perfect. I thought this. And you're not releasing this so that you can focus over here on the thing that you're actually supposed to have. So if we're focused on something that is dead, we're focused on something that we're not supposed to have, we're focused on something that wasn't for us, then it's easy for us now to miss what is actually for us. And it's easy for us to now we are pushing away that very thing that we do want. But if I adopted that mindset that, ooh, my spouse is out there, my spouse is coming to me, I already know that because it's already happened. It's already happened. So I'm adopting that mindset. Then it's where I'm going through these things. And it's not where, again, you'll never hear me say, well, you'll never experience pain. You'll never experience heartbreak if you're doing this. You're always going to be happy. That's not true. That's not true. So you may still experience pain, you may still experience heartbreak because you were involved in that relationship, right? You were involved in that relationship, you actually like the person, you love that person, whatever it may be, and it fell to the wayside. Oh my goodness. You're there, but I know that okay, what is for me is for me. So this did not work out. So now I am able to push this to the side more easily than I would be if I did not adopt that mindset. And so I can push that to the side. And now I remain open for what is to come my way. And I can still enjoy the process as I go because I know, I'm getting excited because look, the more people that move out my way, the easier it is for the person who was for me to come. So I want these people to move out my way. That's fine. Okay, look, it hurt. Oh my goodness. All right, it hurt. Okay, but move out my way. Move out my way because he's coming. He's coming. And I am enjoying every step of the process. That's how we do that. And when it comes to financial things, right? So if we are struggling financially and it's where we want to be out of our situation, we want to be out of it. And that's a part of what we talked about the week before last was resistance as it pertains to accepting your situation. So I know there may be some people that were like, okay, well, wait a minute. How do I accept my situation where I am now, but still have it where I'm doing this, where I'm acting as if this doesn't make any sense? Because if I'm accepting this financial struggles that I'm feeling, how in the world can I then act as if I had $1 million in my bank account. Those two don't go together, but they do. And I'm going to tell you how. So I can accept where I am right now. Okay, financial struggles. It is what it is. Do I want to be here? No. But am I here? Yes. So I am open to whatever it is that I am supposed to learn, whatever it is that I'm supposed to grab to be able to grow in this. I am open to wherever it is that you are leading me and whatever it is that you need to do to be able to grow me. I accept that. I am not now in my current situation waking up, and these are signs of resistance. I'm waking up and I'm just, something happens. Let's say, like for us, the garbage disposal acted like it died on us the other day. For that, oh my gosh, it's something else. I'm telling you, how are we going to afford this? What are we going to do? I'm telling you, it's one thing after another. We cannot. Oh my gosh, when are we going to be able to get out of this situation? When is this going to stop? All of that is causing more resistance. That is pushing the situation. This is not accepting it. This is where I am frustrated. I want to get out of this situation, and I'm trying to look for any and everything possible that I can get out of it rather than just being in it and accepting it. Okay, that happened. All right. Does it feel good? No, no, it doesn't. But it happened. It just is. It just is. And that's what I want us to get to the point of where when things happen, we're not thinking that it's happening to us. It's not happening to you because you're a bad person. It's not happening to you because you're on the wrong path. Whatever it is that you're making up in your mind, it's not happening to you. It's just life. Life is happening, and life is happening to all of us. And nobody's life is absent of any struggles or obstacles or trials. Everybody gets it. Everybody gets hit. Everybody has growth. Everybody has something that they are supposed to be doing. Everybody has stages and levels that they are supposed to get to. It just is. So these things are happening. Just accept as they come. Okay, this has happened. Okay, that's another expense. All right, how much would that be? Okay, well, let's just see how we're going to do this. But I know, and I'm going to affirm while we're going through this, that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to work out. Everything, even the garbage disposal breaking, is working out for my good. So I know that to be true. And I'm going to affirm what I know to be true, and I'm going to continue to do so. But in that, I am going to accept what is happening. I'm going to accept what is happening, and we're just going to move on. It just is. It just is what it is. So that's what that's how we accept the situation. But then at the same time, me adopting the mindset of that millionaire or that multimillionaire, right? What can I do? No, for me, that doesn't work. Just telling myself I'm a multimillionaire when things are breaking, when things are, money is funny, all this stuff is happening. That doesn't work for me. For me, that causes resistance. For you, it may work, and whatever works, I want you to go with it. Okay. That is that's one of the big things that I talk about is knowing yourself and knowing what resonates with you, what things feel right to me. And what feels right to you, that's what we should always go with. Always trust yourself over anybody else. You hold the keys, you hold the answers. God lives within you, and He is directing you through your emotions, through your intuition, through the Holy Spirit speaking in your ear. Those are things that only you can hear. Those are only things that you can feel. Nobody can tell you that. So trust yourself above anybody else. Okay. So let's keep that key. But for me, adopting that mindset would be okay, if I was a multimillionaire, guess what? I would be living in abundance. I would know that I have more than enough. And so for me, how can I adopt that in my current reality? What can I do right now? So for me, I have to live in this daily box, okay? Day by day, I wake up and I realize and I'm telling myself I live in abundance because you know what? I'm a factual person, okay? I'm very analytical and I love facts. So for me, I can tell myself facts. I have more than enough for today. I have more than enough for today. I can go into the grocery store and honey, anything that I want to buy, I can buy it. Okay. Now, do we know about 2 months from now? No. But you know what? I'm not supposed to be living 2 months from now. I'm not supposed to be living in 2 months from now. I only need to live in today. So today, I have more than enough. Today, I am abundant. Today, I am prosperous. All of these things that multimillionaire thinks every single day on a day-to-day basis, I can think the same things. So when those situations that aren't favorable present themselves, guess what? I can say, okay, you know what? We gotta know. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. It is what it is. It just is, and I can move through it without pushing it away. I can accept it. And at the same time, I can have that millionaire mindset turned on of where I even though I'm accepting my current situation, I am still in the receiving mode for everything else that is supposed to be coming my way because I'm not pushing anything. I'm not resisting anything. And that's where I want us to be. So I see Sean trusting in God's providence and his plans for us, which he designed. We are not to know the entire plan or purpose. We are to simply trust and obey. But we can only obey when we hear him. I mean, that's that that is the pure essence of trust when we talk about, yeah, I have faith. And that's one thing that I've learned on this journey. We we use that word so often. Faith and trust. That is thrown around a lot. But what I've learned in this journey is that not a lot of us really know the depths of what trust and what faith really means and what it requires. There's levels. There's levels to this. And it's not always easy. It's not always painless, but it's always good. It's always good. And so if we know in the back of our minds, in the forefront of our minds, that everything is happening for our good. If there's anything that you can repeat to yourself, if there's anything that you can affirm at this moment, it's going to be that. Because the more and more you affirm that, the more and more you are releasing that resistance that you may have to anything or any situation that you may have or that you may face. So if we're able to do that, the more I can just melt into trust, the more I can just melt into faith. That is what it takes of just knowing that, hey, I know your plans are above mine. Okay. I may have thought that I have everything together. And I may have thought that what I have designed for my life or what plans I have are the best because I see them. I physically see them. I know them and they look good. And for yours, I can't physically see them. I don't know them. I don't know if I don't know how they're going to connect. But one thing that we do know is that they are good. They are good. And he can do exceedingly and abundantly over what it is that we could ever ask or desire. So we know that these plans, if we're writing these plans down for our own self, and we're like, man, these things look pretty good. This is nice. I really want that. Then I want you to triple. I want you to 10x it because that is what the plans are that God has for you. So it may not work out the way that you think that it's supposed to work out. It may not connect the way that you think it's supposed to be or logically connect. It may mess you up trying to think, and that's why you shouldn't be trying to connect the dots. Okay. It don't work that way. You just go with it. Go with it. And in each and every instance that you can possibly do, if you feel yourself getting stuck, I am telling you, it is resistance. And you need to figure out, where is that resistance hiding? Because it's usually hiding. It's not usually readily apparent. It's where you can sit there and you'll look in the mirror. And my husband just did that. Uh what was it, what was it this weekend? He was looking in the mirror and he was looking at himself, and then he turned to me and he said, you know what, have you ever looked in the mirror and just told yourself you need to do better? And I'm like, Yeah, but that's not what I saw in him at that moment. I'm like, what I'm seeing in you in this moment is somebody who is really doing what he can. I see somebody who's really pushing through. I see somebody who is a leader. I see somebody who is strong. I see somebody who is compassionate. I see somebody who is love. I see somebody like I see all these good things. And sometimes when we're looking in the mirror, we see somebody who needs to do more, somebody who needs to get up and be more disciplined, who needs to be more committed, who needs to be this. And we're pointing our fingers. And that in turn, and you think that you're helping yourself out, and you think that, okay, well, this is what I need to do. Self reflection. This is it. Self reflection is good. But at times, and this is why I say that resistance is really sneaky, because it can turn into resistance. Because if I am looking at myself on a consistent basis and I'm telling myself that I need to do more and I'm falling short and I'm not enough and I'm doing all of these things, then guess what is happening? I am not in a state of enjoyment. I am not enjoying the process. I am not having fun on the journey. I am now shaming myself. I'm looking at myself. And when you step out of that mirror, you don't feel good. It's not like I'm pumped to sit here and go and tackle the day and do something and do great at it. That's not what's happening. I have just now tore myself down rather than building myself up. But we get caught up in that, thinking that we are doing ourselves a service. We are doing ourselves a disservice if we're looking at ourselves and we are not speaking truth. If you are going to say, okay, in this area, I need to do more, then great. Affirm yourself in the other areas that you are doing well in. Recognize those things, because when we start getting into that, like, we really need to understand who we are, because we focus on the things that detract from our power rather than the things that are giving to us. Me looking in the mirror and saying that what I am not, what I lack, what I am not enough of, that is detracting from me. It is not aiding me in any way, shape, or form. But if I'm looking in if my husband had looked in the mirror and he's saying to himself what I saw, right? Then it would it's like when I told him what I felt, you could see it's a whole smile. It's a whole smile that came up, and he's just like, oh wow. That is the part. And then he can go out on his day and he can crush it. But when he turned around from the mirror, when he was talking to himself in his head, I didn't see that smile. I saw, I really need to get it together, man. I really need to get it. That's not what we need. That's not what we need. I need us to really live in and embrace who we truly are. I need us to really figure it out. I need us to really see ourselves for who God sees us as. Who are you? Who are you? And then stop thinking that you and God is somewhere else. He's somewhere in the sky. He's somewhere. I don't know where he is, but I don't know if I hear him correctly. I don't know. That's another form of resistance. And we're thinking that he's somewhere other than right here. He lives in you. You are him. He is you. You were made in his image. What does that mean? You are pure perfection. Yes, everybody has room to grow. Everybody has more to do, more to learn, more to grow. And that is just a part of the process. And we accept that as we're going through this journey. I accept that I have more to do. I accept that there's more for me to learn. I accept that I am not perfect in every single area, but guess what? Who I am at my core is perfection. That is, it just is. It just is. And you know what? As long as I am sitting here and I am opening myself up to be led, I am hearing from him. I am tuning my ears and I am doing everything in my power. Look, I'm here. I'm accepting. I'm moving through this. I'm moving through the obstacles. I'm trusting you. I'm following your guidance. I'm having faith in your plan. I'm doing those things. You're going to be led to exactly where you need to be. So there is no shame. There is no, I need to do more. I'm not enough. There's more that I need to bring to the table. Oh my gosh, this person is doing better than me. That must mean that I'm not doing well. No, it's not. It's not. See yourself for who you truly are and embrace that and understand that and live in that mindset. Live in the fact that you are loved. Live in the fact that you are joy. Live in the fact that you are so smart. Okay? You are so powerful that there is absolutely nothing that you cannot do on this earth. There is nothing that is outside of your wheelhouse. There is nothing that's outside of what you can bring to you. Live in that and see how that changes things. What is the dialogue that you are saying when you look at yourself in the mirror? What are you telling yourself on a daily basis? When trials and obstacles come your way, what are you saying? What are the things that you're talking about? What are the things that are going through your mind? We have to start evaluating this because, like I said at the beginning of this whole thing, if there is anything that we need to focus on controlling, it is this. It is us. That is the only thing. I don't want to hear nothing about your kids. I don't want to hear nothing about your spouse. I don't want to hear nothing about what anybody else is doing because it has no effect on you. We can control how we think, how we react, how we perceive situations. All of those things aid us. So what we cannot do is keep giving our power to other people. They ain't worthy of that. That they're not. I don't care who they are. We can't do that. We got to take the power back. We got to take the power back. And every situation is not here, so then it just blows you off your path, and that you can't even think straight. We have to become that tree, just like the Bible says, that tree that's planted by water. That's it. That no matter what goes on, it can be winter, it can be fall, it can be spring. I don't care. My leaves are always green, honey. They're always green. And I'm not breaking. I'm not moving. I'm not anything. Like I sway with the wind. I just go. I just go with the flow, but nothing is going to knock me off. But that's focusing on here. That's focusing internally instead of us going where everybody else is going outwardly. Well, what can I do to control my situation, to make it more favorable to me and to make it less painful? How can I control somebody else? How can I fix this situation? How can I do more to be able to make it more comfortable for me? Stop doing that. Focus where it needs to be. Your focus needs to be here. Your focus needs to be controlling the things that you can control. And so, since that is a huge thing, and that is something that I am seeing that we are just not getting it. It just is. I want to focus on that. I'm going to focus on that, and that is something that I'm going to be talking about. And this is going to be a major part of what it is, if not like the I guess I said major, so never mind. But this is going to be the foundation of everything that I do, everything that I put out, because we really need to focus inwardly. This is this is how you guys, it's like we desire so much, we have so many goals, we have things that we want to do, there's things that we want to accomplish, and we aren't looking the right direction. And so I want to get our focus in alignment. I want us to be in alignment. I don't want us to be going upstream. You guys are tired. You guys are frustrated. You guys are confused. You guys are feeling like you're just hitting a block every 5 seconds and you just don't know. You don't understand what is going on. I don't want that. And nor does God. That is not why He created you. He didn't create you to sit there and have to go through so much, and where it's just causing you to just be worn out. That is not the point. That's not the point. So I want us to come back of where we are now. Instead of fighting to go upstream, we are going with the flow. We are going with ease. It's ease and flow rather than pushing and forcing. That's what we're gonna let that go. We're gonna release that in 2023. We ain't gonna do that no more. We're not doing that anymore. We don't force things. We don't push. We don't make. None of that. We allow. We accept. We flow. We go with ease. That's what we do. So that's what we're gonna be focusing on. So for with that, like it's 6:42. We're done. We're done. And I told you that this will be the last live that I will do for right now. Like I said, once we figure out the baby schedule and how that's going to be, then I may come back and do more lives. But this will be the last live. However, I will still make it a point to release a video every single week. Just like this, we're still going to be talking about this. You're still going to be getting fed. It's still going to be where we're learning with each other. We're still going to be growing with each other. It just will not be live. That's all. So nothing else is going to be changing. But I just wanted to make sure that I am consistent with the things that I'm putting out, and with this journey that we're on and what it is that we're trying to do. We have to be consistent, right? And there's not enough times, and this is what I'm learning. There's not enough times that I can hear these things. I need to be reminded of this stuff. Like I can't even say on a daily basis. It's more than that. It's it's almost like hourly. I need to be affirmed. I need to be reminded. I need to have these things in my ear. You will see me. I'm walking around the house and I have my Beats headphones and I have them on. Like I have one ear that's off and I have one ear that's on. And I have one ear. I have something on. I have a YouTube video. I have a podcast. I have something that is affirming what it is that I know, that everything's going to be good. Everything is working out for my good, that I am abundant, that I am prosperous, that I have to release resistance, that I've got to pay attention, that I've got, like all of this internal goodness is going through my ears because I need to be reminded. Because I've seen that if I'm not reminded and I don't live in that and I don't stay in it, then it's easy for me to revert back to where I was. And where I'm like, okay, well, what more can I do? What jobs can I look for? Well, how can I push and make this happen? How can I get out of this situation? How can I be my own savior? I'm done doing that. So, but that is my go-to. That is my fallback. And right now, I'm not to the point where I am strong enough where I am just able to just go through life and just like, oh, okay, I don't need to hear this. I don't need to. No, I don't. I'm building up that strength. I'm mustering up that strength. And for me, I have to be fed with it every single day, every hour. I need to hear something that is given. I'm reading books. I'm like literally, I'm consumed with it because I want to embrace it. I want to live it. I want it to be a reality for me that's not just now, but just period. When I say that tree that's standing beside water, that's planted beside water, that is me. That is who I envision myself to be. I envision that when the waves come, when the wind comes, when the storms come, it doesn't matter. Christina's still standing. She's still there. She's still believing. She's still trusting. She's still standing firm. The girl don't move. That's who it is. That's who I am. That's who I perceive myself to be. And that's who I see in my eyes. That's who I see. In my mind's eyes, I see that person. So I know in order to fully embrace her, I need to be reminded of this on a daily basis. I need to live in it. I need to embrace it. I need to embody it. So that's why I do what I do. So we will continue going through this because I know you can't hear this enough, okay? Because I want y'all to do the same thing. We are going to tap into our power. 2023, you ain't gonna leave 2023 not knowing who you are. Not at all. So I will see you guys next week. I will be posting a video. And is it going to be on Wednesdays? Now I haven't figured that out. Is it going to be Wednesdays at 6 a.m.? I may stick with that because we're used to it, but I'm not really sure. But either way, I will announce it on my YouTube page so you will know what it is that's going to happen. But this will be our last live, guys. So see ya. But before we go, I did not pray. So, dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for allowing us to wake up this morning. Thank you for allowing us to just be here together and just speak of the resistance that we sometimes cause ourselves and how we can get in our own way. Lord, it's so easy for us to just step in and try to do things and thinking that we're doing ourselves a service, but in all actuality, we're doing ourselves a disservice. So I just want it to be where you just make it as clear as possible for those that are feeling those blocks, for those that are feeling that I just can't go past this. Yeah, it's not working for me. Anybody who is feeling stagnant, for you to just fine tune their eyes to be able to see whatever is blocking them, whatever is holding them hostage, whatever is holding them back, so that they are able to look at it and just release it. Lord, show them how to release that and just speak to them. Speak to them, lead them, guide them, continue to do the same for me and for my family. I thank you for just covering us all. I thank you for everything that you've done. I thank you for just being there. I thank you for being our fronts and our backs and just having ourselves fully protected. I thank you that everything is working out for our good on a continuous basis, every single day, every single moment, every single hour. I thank you that your plans are above and beyond what it is that we could ever just imagine or even think. I thank you that you just have so much love for us, so much grace, so much mercy, that you just want the absolute best for us. So I just ask that you help us, you be with us, you be patient with us as we are learning how to fully rest in your love, how to fully accept your mercy and your grace, and for us to really just switch eyes with you and learn to see ourselves in the way that you see us. So I just thank you for that. I thank you for just blessing us and continuing to be there for us. So I thank you for this time and amen. All right. So it's been good, y'all. It's been good. So look for the video next week. I don't know what it will be, but I will let you know. All right. So have a great day at work, at home, wherever it is that you may be. You may be in the grocery store. You may be planning to go somewhere, errands, whatever it may be. Whatever it is, it's all good. You're going to be good. And we're going to see each other next week. We're going to keep checking in, okay? Keep checking in and making sure that we're good. We're in alignment. That's what we're going to do. Every week, we're going to make sure I'm going to hold you accountable, okay? That's what this is. I'm holding you accountable. You are going to remain in alignment. And we are going, it's flow, it's ease. That's what we live in abundance. We are prosperous. So have a prosperous day, y'all. Bye.